I'm Tara Oldridge. If we haven't met before, you're probably here because somebody who you love and somebody who I trust immensely has sent you here. So welcome. And if we already know each other, hi, I'm hosting an event and it's called the Ezer effect. And I haven't hosted an event for a really long time, actually, in person. I used to do business coaching. I used to help women start and launch their businesses. And I used to walk them through a really systematic approach to scaling their online companies. And long story short, which I'll tell you at the event, I learned that God had a much bigger plan for me. Essentially, he said, Tara, I love you. You're doing great. Yes, you're crushing it. Way to go. I'm breaking through 7 figures in your company. And that's not exactly what I want you to do. So for 2.5 years, he worked me backwards. It was a refiner's fire moment in my life, season in my life, I'll say. And it was really challenging. But it was in that wilderness that I learned about the richness and the goodness of God's word and what it truly says. And so what God showed me along the way in my journey of understanding him was that the word helper in the Bible was being misrepresented. So if you go back into Genesis, you will find that there is a moment where God discovers that Adam is alone. And it's not good for Adam to be alone. And so he creates for them a helper. But what if we really knew what help meant for a man? How we would stand up straighter, stronger, bolder, using the wisdom that God had given us from our original design. So what I have found in my experience over the last decade, working with people, helping people transform, especially with women, is that there is a massive disconnect in their identity. They want to make a difference. They want to make an impact. But for Christian women, we're being told in the church that, well, you're supposed to stay at home and be with the kids and be mom and be wife. And yes, that's all beautiful. That's what I do. But I also run my ministry and I also support and I also make an impact. And you're probably hearing all about Proverbs 31 woman and how we're all achieving to be this woman who has dignity and grace and is strong and buys fields and makes wine and all of these cool things that the Proverbs 31 offers, right? And it can be confusing to be like, well, how am I supposed to be this submissive help and the Proverbs 31 woman all at the same time? So if you find yourself afraid, confused, lacking clarity, up at 3 a.m. in the morning, knowing that you're supposed to be doing something, but being frustrated because you're not, you don't feel like you're doing enough, you don't feel like you're making a difference, or maybe you're caught in this rat race of the world where you're in corporate or you're sending your kids to school when you don't want to, whatever it is that you're coming up against. Maybe you're retired. Maybe you're grieving the loss of a loved one right now. And you want to get out of the gutter that you're in. You're done maybe swimming around and we call it a poop scoop swamp. You want to get out of victim. You want to get out of self-loathing. You want to be powerful. You want to land your communication. Maybe you want to feel brave enough, bold enough to even speak. Maybe somewhere along the lines, your voice got stolen from you. You get to be clear on who you are and not who the world says you are, not who Tara Oldridge says you are, not who your husband says you are, maybe not even who your pastor says you are. Who does God say you are? So coming to this event, not something that you will be able to come to and hide in the back row. It will be intimate. There will be prayer. There will be worship. There will be crying. There will be sisterhood. There will be community. There will be support. You're like, Tara, how do I transform my life in one weekend? Seriously, I've heard this before. Here's what I believe. You come to this event with all of your heart, all of your mind, all of your soul. And we worship the Lord, fully expectant. Paul says, pray with an expectant heart. Change will happen. And so this is it. This is what God gave me to create for you, for us. I know that I will transform that weekend as well. And it's free. So you are invited. I love you. I believe in you. I can't wait to see you in Houston, Texas. All you have to do on here is give me your name, phone number, email address, and we'll get you all the details that aren't already on this page. I'll see you in Houston. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to hear what's on your heart. I can't wait to hear the vision that God's given you.